Oh, too bad. We're going live. Deal, sir. Deal. I am now posting that we are live on Places because I prepped my post today.
Oh, smart.
Everyone should be proud of me.
I
can't take full credit for it because, like, 2 weeks ago, Fox yelled at me that it was a thing that I should do, and I was like, prepping the post. What a marvelous idea. So, hey, hello, everybody. I have a viewer count on the screen now, so.
Oh, shit. I was in the wrong part. Like, I was in the private chat, and I'm like, no one's here. Then I go to the...
I've done that before, where I've just, like, clicked in the private chat, and I'm like, it's been a few minutes. Why is nobody? Whoops.
Oops.
Hey, everyone. Nice hellos abound. So, as usual, we're going to wait a few minutes. Yes, CB, it is a Peacock fan.
Yes, it's a Peacock fan. A cock fan. I like fan cock.
Yeah. That's what it was, the fan cock, yes.
No, cock fan makes more sense, but I like fan cock just because I like to not.
I just couldn't remember what he said, and I assume because I'm dyslexic, it swapped them in my memory. So
that's fine. I didn't remember what I said either, so.
I'm just fanning Butters. I'm fanning Butters, and she's into it. She was into it, and now she's
now she's done. She's done with it.
She's like, I'm a princess. I'm used to luxury. I'm not. I'll take it.
So as usual, we're gonna wait a few minutes before everybody introduces themselves because past streams have proven that most of my audience gets here by about the 5-minute mark. So.
Casey wants to know if Butters is on my lap. I don't know. Is she? Oh. She's like, let me kiss you.
Yum.
Yes, he's here.
And hello to everybody saying hello, but there are so many of you. Chat's going so fast, so I can't click on everyone. Yes, indeed, it was Butters. Butters is also a patron saint of the streams. Guest patron saint. That's
right, I was going to say she's like the guest saint.
For those who,
oh no, that sounds like a taint.
No, we don't want that. For those who don't know, I have chronic migraines, and so I get brain fog sometimes. And I think I overdid it cleaning this weekend, so I'm definitely having some sort of brain issues today. I meant to say memory issues, but that just proves my point.
It's okay. I have brain issues every day, and I don't get migraines. So you're just evening the playing field.
I share them with you.
Right. Thank you.
That's what friends do.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it.
Pegasus Life. Yes, Pegasus Life.
I got this from a subscriber, and I love it so much.
Your subscribers.
That always reminds me of Saint Seiya.
Of what? It cut out for me.
Of Saint Seiya. It's an old cartoon show, and like the main guy has like constellation powers from Pegasus. So he like does. I forgot what it is.
In Saint Seiya, the English version was called Knights of the Zodiac, and so like each character had like armor and everything based off of a zodiac, and the main character was the Pegasus Saint. So I too always think of Saint Seiya.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Cliff's a neurotherapist. Her name is Celine, like Greek mythology Celine, not like Celine Dion. And when I paid her, I paid in I spelled it the Greek mythology way. She's like, you are the only person who's gotten it right. And I'm like, well, bitch, I like Greek mythology. And then she talked about my sweatshirt, and I was like, yeah, I'm really into mythology. And then I said, I have a character in TSC kinda named Celine. And she goes, oh, tell me about her. I'm like, she's dead. So.
She's dead.
She's dead, and that's her. And I'm like, I'm sorry. And then it got really awkward. I was like, I wrote it before I knew you. I'm sorry, but she's dead.
So the armor, it kind of had like his helmet is shaped like a horse, and then where the ears are is like wings. So that's kind of how they had it into that. But it was like the armor itself was very Greco-Roman, so it like had the breastplate and the shoulder pads, and then the little skirts and leg pieces. It was great.
Ooh.
The actual like plot of the show, it was like very over dramatic and just like I loved it because it was so over to the top. But yes, very 90s anime. Very 90s anime.
What the fuck? My computer is like.
As always, Audra benevolently has reminded me to tell everyone like the stream.
I already did it. Woo! I'm one of those things outside of like car washes.
wacky inflatable tube man.
Wacky wailing arm inflatable tube man, I think it is.
Oh, I don't know. I just know.
Like there's like a whole spiel like commercial jingle with it, and I can never remember the whole thing.
I'm sorry if you're
It's
hearing
from Family Guy.
Oh. My mom is texting me. Sorry if you hear it.
I don't even turn my own phone off during my streams. I'm not going to get mad at you. You're good. All right. Although it is time for introductions, top guest goes first. Because it's a circle. Sir.
That's you, Chris.
No, it's not. It is not I. All right. I am Chris Calavera. I'm writer, dad, gamer, and that's it. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram.
King of Cocks.
Oh, yeah.
The true King of Cocks.
Yeah, I guess I am the King of Cock because I know a lot of things about penises.
He does. He has a weirdly like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like big, not spacious, but versatile. I don't know. Grandiose. We're going with that word. Knowledge.
All these words can apply to a dick.
Of the animal kingdom.
Okay.
Right.
We're okay.
Jenna.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, hello. My name is Jenna Moreci. I am a dark fantasy romance writer, a best-selling dark fantasy romance writer. You probably maybe heard of my books. The Savior's Champion was voted one of the best books of all time by Book Depository. Hey. And The Savior's Sister, also a #1 bestseller. So yeah, that's what I do. I write books about stab, stab, and kiss, kiss. And I also have a YouTube channel called Writing with Jenna Moreci, where I give writing advice. And I also talk about tropes I love and tropes I hate. And I give publishing advice and marketing advice. And also, I would like to introduce Buttercup. She's a princess, and that's all you need to know. Princess Buttercup. Indeed. So if you ever meet her, all you need to say to her is "as you wish," and she'll give you kisses. But yes, hello.
You said that, and like there's a theme for an anime that goes kiss, kiss, fall in love. So all I think is stab, stab, fall in love. Da-na.
Yeah. Hey, it works. It fits my writing. So hey, stab, stab, fall in love. That's what I write.
And this is my channel. I am Writing Mom Samantha Nasset. On this channel, I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things, as well as host these live streams on Mondays. You can sign up for my newsletter on my website, samanthaalnasset.com, to stay up to date with all the things. And did I leave any of the things out? I don't think so.
Ko-fi.
Oh, and I have a Ko-fi, which if you want to help support me on Ko-fi, I'm hoping to earn enough on there to get premium Ko-fi, and then I will be posting videos early on Tuesdays.
Give a girl money. Give a girl money. I'm just gonna be here to peer pressure everyone. Give her your money. Give her your money.
Love it. Here for it.
Money.
Right.
Cash.
I love the idea. I love the idea that every time somebody likes the stream that there's a ding, but unfortunately, that is not the case.
That was just my mom texting me, "Do you want this piece of furniture?" So I just said no, thank you, Mom, but no.
so much furniture, just like my papa. My papa is forever just like. So,
I'm sorry.
one of us might have to go deal with that in the moment. I don't know. Oh, for
I'll
those
do
who
it.
don't know, for those who don't know, Chris Caballero is my husband, and we have 3 children who are apparently murdering each other upstairs. Status
Eenie,
unknown.
Meanie, and Mo. There's no money.
Buttercup will handle it. She's like, I'm on my way. She's great with kids. They love her.
They're probably fine. They'll probably get over it. See, like, they're already done. One of them probably just upset the other one for like 2 seconds.
That's such kids' life.
Or it's just an ominous silence before the storm.
They're just
okay.
No.
Well, here's the thing with this. This is a phrase that I commonly use like all the time, where it's like, "What's up, Buttercup?" or "Suck it up, Buttercup," because like growing up, that was just what my father said. Like when we would complain about things, he'd be like, "Suck it up, Buttercup," and I like find myself not doing it because, or ever since Jenna got Buttercup, because I'm like, it feels mean now, even though it's not directed at Buttercup. I'm like.
It's funny because my whole knowledge of Buttercup is I'm a big fan of The Princess Bride. And so I was like, even before we got Buttercup, I had told Cliff if we get we had like specific preferences of what kind of dog we wanted. And we both knew that it was going to be a small dog because I like small dogs. And because Cliff, the way his injury is, he can't really handle a big dog because of the spinal things. He can't have a dog tugging on the leash to the point where it hurts his back, you know? So it had to be a small dog, and he knew which like sort of breeds he liked. And I just was like, I just want it to be cute and have big ears. I like big ears. And I was like, and if it's a boy, maybe Spock, because ears. And if it's a girl, maybe Buttercup. And that was all because of The Princess Bride. So whenever I hear Buttercup, I'm just like, as you wish. And, you know, Princess Buttercup. And then I realized that not a lot of people understood those references. And I was like, shameful.
I'm always so surprised because I too grew up on The Princess Bride because of my dad. So like every time somebody doesn't get like Princess Buttercup, I'm like, why were you so deprived?
Right. I made Cliff watch it because he hadn't seen it. There's a lot of like classic movies from that time that he hasn't seen because he had a really rough childhood. And so that was one of them where I was like, sit down and enjoy. And then he always jokes, he talks a lot about getting another dog once we move and have a yard. And I was like, maybe that dog will be Wesley. Who knows?
I didn't see it either until Sam was like, we should get The Princess Bride. I'm like,
you're like, what?
Okay.
Yet another
I somehow knew about like what's his face, Inigo Montoya. I knew about him through like osmosis, I guess, because I had like no real context of his existence. But
oh yeah, my sister gave me an Inigo Montoya mug. It says, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You drank my coffee, prepare to die." So I have that mug, and we got Butters like 4 months later, and I was like, "This is Princess Buttercup." And Cliff didn't even know that was a flower until recently. He just thought cups of butter, you know? He's just like, we named her after the Princess Bride. And I'm like, I showed him a Buttercup bookmark someone made for Butters, and it has buttercups on it. And he was like, why are there flowers? I'm like, that's a buttercup. He's like, oh, it's a flower.
That's like, I didn't know what a honeysuckle was. And Sam was like, yeah, it's a thing you can eat or something.
I mean, yes, but that's not how I explained it.
Honeysuckle.
A honeysuckle is a flower that's like native to Tennessee, and literally like it's the smell of childhood to me and all of my friends, because you could just go in the backyard and like take the I forgot what the word is for the little like stems on the inside of them, and they just had this sweet nectar, and you could just suck it off of it, and it tastes kind of like honey. Also, for those who don't know, this is our patron saint of the stream, Artemis. She comes, hello, Artemis. She glows.
I feel like Artemis and Butters we should write little books about them, and then they should have a crossover. Artemis, and then Artemis, the patron saint, Buttercup, the princess, and then they go on like a journey together, right? Boop, boop, boop. Butters is just so like, whatever. I'm just happy to be here.
So we've actually done this in previous streams, and just now, I don't think either of them really gives two shits about what's going on the computer screen. They're just kind of like, Mom is holding me. Things are happening.
I don't give a fuck. They don't care.
I see a Stieg no, and because Stieg hasn't.
He's never seen The Princess Bride. I saw that. As you wish. Come on, Stieg. I made Cliff watch all of my childhood favorites. I made him watch Flash Gordon, a classic. I know, right? Yeah.
I still have to do my homework and watch that, but I just have not.
Girl, you have to watch it.
Because it was so bad. And then I had flare-ups, and then now I've just been scrubbing a tub for eternity.
They got the guys who don't really wear a lot, and they're fine.
You haven't seen it either. Don't pretend.
I know it through osmosis.
I wanted to be him for Halloween. It's like a diaper and wings and a beard.
This is what we have to do.
To be fair, Chris has the perfect beard for it. So you need the diaper and the wings, and you can be him.
Chris and I will rent it, and then we'll just all sit in a call, and we'll watch it together.
It's so good because it's one of those movies that's just so bad but it's bad and I don't like some movies are so bad, like Twilight is so bad it's hilarious.
We own all the Escape movies with Kurt Russell in them. I get you.
Okay. So
what? They were good.
But they're cheesy, but still
good.
Twilight is so bad that you laugh at how bad it is. Flash Gordon is so cheesy, but that's what makes it amazing. It's a different kind of so bad it's good. It's a different kind of thing. And Flash Gordon is just like it's in its own world of amazing cheese. It's like just cheddar nonstop. It's just you have to watch it. I've wanted to be any Flash Gordon character for Halloween for ages, but that would be an expensive costume, and I don't give that much of a fuck. So
you're like, I am a cheap Halloween costumer.
Yeah, I just if I can do it with makeup, that's what I'll do. But I'm not gonna buy the wings and shit like that. But you have the beard, but I'm living vicariously through Chris.
But I want to make my witch hat next year.
Well, he has a hat with wings on it.
Hat, like all of my photo shoot costumes and my Halloween stuff, I just go in my closet. I just happen to have a very costume friendly wardrobe.
Oh, same. I remember I did a clown costume one year on my channel, and it was just all stuff in my closet with makeup. I had a bowler hat. I'm like, okay, this is we're making it work with this outfit.
Yes.
What can you do?
When you were Alexander
Large? Yeah. That was another one. Yeah, all of that was just in my closet, and I just made it work. And then I had the fake eyelashes, and I stuck them on.
Yes.
Because I'm cheap.
Okay. We're a little over 15 minutes in, but that's fine. So we're going to do a 20-minute sprint. Is everybody ready? Oh, what are you two working on? I will be updating some things in my Clever Fox planner.
Yes.
And then, critiquing.
I am going to be working on TSA. I wrote 2 pages the other day that I haven't read because I'm terrified, because I'm fairly certain they are total trash. So I'm going to first I'm going to put Butters in the other room with Cliff, just because I know that she wants to play and I cannot play. So I'll put Butters in the other room, and then I will come back and be editing those pages and crying over my stupidity.
Okay, my DMs are here for you.
Right.
That's your turn, Chris.
Sure.
Oh, no, I don't take turns. Well, I guess I'm going to go handle the children, see what they're destroying.
Oh, get me some raspberry tea while you're up.
No, now you're asking for too much. You have feet just like me.
But you love me.
I don't want to intervene. You have feet just like me. I just love that.
Well, so now there goes my whole 20 minutes, so I won't be able to do anything.
Someone asked what the A is in TSA. It's the Savior's Army.
That
I
is
announced
not
it.
the excuse. Yes, it is the Savior's Army. And now
No, I guess I'll work on my I'll work on my outline. I gotta yeah. It's a urban fantasy novel that deals with 3 siblings, and the first book would deal with the middle child who doesn't want to do anything like that, but he has to do it anyways.
I want to hear more details about this story because I haven't heard any details. I know about Sam's story, but I don't know about Chris's, and now I want to know. I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sorry. You don't have to say it in the stream, but I do want to know eventually. Because I love her.
Okay.
Her DMs are also open.
Yes.
All right. So starting the script in 3, 2,
8,
1.
7.
Sir. And we're back. That was a perfectly timed ding. I applaud it.
That was my dad. Sorry.
It's all good. The whole Moreci family is welcome here in spirit. All right, so how did everybody do? I got today filled out in my planner, sort of, because mostly anyway, because I didn't do it this morning. And then I was filling out the week because I also didn't do that yesterday. I'm trying to get back in the habit. Habits are easy to break, hard to build sometimes. So next sprint, I'll probably be doing the week and then updating December because we're not halfway through. It's fine.
Oh, we are halfway through December, aren't we?
Shh, that's the exact opposite of what I said. Probably more, true to reality. But that's not the point.
Well, I was
So
wrong.
how did you
I thought
two
I
do?
wrote 2 pages. I wrote 5. Past Jenna was on a roll. So I edited 2 pages. So of the 5. And I also put Buttercup in the other room to hang out with her daddy, Cliff.
Yay. I didn't get any forward progress done because of our children.
And he brought me
all I managed to do was write out a very basic summary to Jenna about
I love
trilogy.
it. I love it so much. And
That's
he was
progress.
like, really? I'm like, yes, it's adorable. I really like it. I'm into it. So
It is.
what do I know?
And he keeps running stages of it through me too, so I can be like, don't do that thing that might be seen as problematic. So
right, yeah.
But I like it. I'm into it. And I mean, I don't know anything. So
you heard it here.
I don't know. What do I know?
All right, we got 167 words. A cat about to invade my personal space. Yes. Can I help you?
I heard that there's a stream, and I am the patron saint.
I desire your lap. See, I move my arm, and she's climbing. She's very polite that way. She waits until she perceives permission is given. I'm trying to scroll up. I see it refreshed. So, all right, there we go. 29 words. Oh, yeah. Watching the, I mean, that's fair. It's fair. Got another letter done. Oh, yeah. Added dialogue. We love dialogue. Edited some pages. Woohoo. 225. Got beta reader questions done. Yes. Edited more pages. 300 words. 5 chapters on a zombie mafia sci-fi romance.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap.
57, 512, 267. Well, I mean, that's fair. Sometimes we need rest.
Are you sure?
No. I was like, I'm gonna take today to rest. Does laundry.
Relatable content.
We love budget planners. Oh, we love budgets. Theoretically, we love sticking to budgets, but that hasn't been proven yet. Outlining. Yeah. 341. You want to tell the people what you're writing, dear? Because the people.
I did. It's an urban fantasy about 2 brothers and a sister doing urban fantasy things.
That's all he's ready for.
Summaries ever.
But when you're ready for more, we will support you.
It's okay. I had my channel for 7 or 8 months before I was like, by the way, the novel I'm writing is about this. So 71, 57, fed my cats and talking to my CP. Oh yeah. And 57.
I thought at first she said that she was talking to CB. I'm like, you are CB. Like, should we be concerned?
She split herself so she can.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, woman?
One is C and the other is B.
I just turned on our break timer, so.
I'm only doing this to feel fancy because I'm in sweats.
I mean, I would do that like all damn day. I'd be like, yes, laundry, fold one hand.
It's the only reason I requested it. My mom was like, do you want it? I said, yes. She's like, what are you going to use it for? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm going to use it to feel fancy. That's why.
It's a fan. When I'm hot, I fan. I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah, right. What do you think a fan is for, Mom? I think this side's prettier. Hold on. Yeah, this side.
Yeah, okay. The other side's prettier. The one with more eyes.
Sorry, I'll stop.
Yes,
that's like that.
That counts.
That's like that fake. When preys have all that stuff and like fake eyes and shit.
I think that's what the peacocks I think is for mating, but also like a lot of animals have fake eyes, so why not peacocks? It's not for that. It's for fucking.
The peacocks, the circle. It's that the eye is the actual term for them because they look like eyeballs. And yeah, it's peacocks are the pretty ones, and then peahens are actually ugly.
Right. And that's how it should be in society. Men, can you get super hot and then we will just be in our sweats like so. Parade.
Actually, like a fun fact is that humans are the only species on the planet where the female is held to a beauty standard and the male isn't held to the same beauty standard. In nature, it's always males. Males are always the prettier ones.
Exactly, and that's why whenever you see like I'm trying to think of whenever you see the assholes, I'll just say that, who are like, oh, it's nature. It's like, no, it ain't. When they talk about like women are in the kitchen because it's nature. It's like, okay, well then where the fuck is your makeup? Where are your
I feel it's so stupid because we're Hell's Kitchen and there's like they divided between boys and girls teams. And the men's side is always like, man, a woman ain't supposed to be in our kitchen. I'm like, which is it? Aren't they? What is it? Because I'd like to fucking know. Because now I'm getting mixed signals from you motherfuckers. That's why I never almost root for any of you guys.
Women can't be in our kitchen.
A woman can't cook like a man. I'm like, did your mama feed you? I'm just saying.
That's actually a recurring issue in a lot of like conversations is they'll be like, well, women are for like cooking and fashion. And then when you go to top chefs and fashion designers, it's men. And then they're like, well, what is it? Are we in fashion or in cooking or are we not? You won't even acknowledge the female fashion designers and the female chefs. So what the fuck is going on here? So yeah, and that's how we learn it's just bullshit. And here I am, fanning myself with cocks. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
So at least I am, and I'm pretty sure they are well aware that yes, men used to be held to a beauty standard, and then it got associated with homosexuality, and people were like, nah. But we don't live in that time period. We live in the now, so we talk about the now. That's why.
Wasn't that because of the cereal guy? Was it Kellogg's? There was some cereal guy who a lot of things were. I'm sorry. I retain information, but I retain it stupidly. But there was some cereal guy who like cornflakes, like a cornflake guy. I think it might be Kellogg's. Who I'm sorry to the Kellogg's company if it's not Kellogg's, but there was some cereal guy who was like. Like the world was a certain way, then he was like, no, it's all a sin, and then everything changed because he preached all this shit that wasn't true. Like he preached that masturbation was bad but he made
cornflakes.
Yeah. And so someone needs to look it up and know what I'm talking about.
Cornflakes was the one that was like, we're gonna make it really boring so guys don't masturbate or some shit like that.
Yeah, someone Twitch Fixer was like, Kellogg's made it to stop people masturbating. It's true. See, I know what I'm talking about. So there was the cereal guy who made people stop masturbating, but it was other things. He had like a whole bunch of fucking rules, and people fell into it. But I think part of it was like masturbating will do something really terrible to you that everyone knows. Yeah, someone goes, yeah, you're thinking of cornflakes. But yeah, okay. I know what I'm talking about. I just am terrible at articulating.
Well, joke's on them. There's Frosted Flakes now.
But yeah, I'm terrible at articulating things. But yeah, he cereal guy fucked everything up for us.
That bastard.
Look it up, guys. Everyone's like, Jenna's full of shit. And I'm like, no, cereal guy fucking ruined life.
This fucking cereal guy.
Kellogg's, okay? I'm gonna fucking Google it. Okay.
To the person who's like, actually, men are still held to a beauty standard. Please, men's beauty standard's here. Women's beauty standard is up here. It's not comparable.
Someone said that and actually meant it. I mean, like, okay, we all know men have a very strict beauty standard. I mean, like, we all know that. But compared to women, like, okay, have fun with that.
Like,
I don't know. I know some guys that use the same soap to wash their ass that washes their body. So
the same soap to wash their ass and their face. Like,
no. That's
I want it known. I say this as a woman in a relationship with a man who puts 10,000 times more effort into his daily appearance. This is only on my face right now because I'm gonna record later. Otherwise, I'd be like makeupless on stream because I get like this many fucks. Like
I am kind of sweating. I am kind of sweating in this cardigan, but I wore it for this Christmas week, so we're gonna have to suck it up.
Yeah.
He's I can't even take pictures of him to post online unless his hair is done up and everything, and it's like.
Yeah, you get me on like really? No. Mondays, Thursdays.
I found the article about the Kellogg's guy, and I kind of want to share it. But anyway, no. What I was gonna say, fuck. Men are held to a beauty standard, but everyone loves to say, like, look at He-Man, look at Batman, and things like that. But the thing is,
celebrities are being listed, and I'm like, okay.
But the thing is that He-Man, Batman, Superman, all those things, they were targeted to men. They were for I forgot what the term was. It was like sort of like a power fulfillment. It was
power fantasy, male fantasy.
Power fantasy, thank you. Like, it was power fantasy. So all the muscles and stuff were targeted to men. It wasn't to be like look like this and get women. It was like be a man and male fantasy and be powerful and strong. It's not the same as a beauty fulfillment. A beauty fulfillment is look like this, beautiful, and for them it was more like look, it was to be powerful. It was a completely different thing. And even if you were to calculate that into the equation, it's just not. I mean, right now the ideal is like a 12-inch waist with like a huge fat butt and a huge fat tits, and people will look at like Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian and be like, they are the female ideal, and it's like they have had so much surgery, guys. It's like not humanly possible.
And posing and photo angling and lighting,
and so it's absolutely men have harsh beauty standards, but it's like it's not comparable to what women are going through right now.
Yeah, like that whole dad bod thing was popular for a while, and it's like, oh, all right. Like,
and where's the
women can't get that luxury at all.
Right?
And to be clear, we're not out here saying that, oh yes, men should be rigorously judged. No, we're just saying we would like it if it was also standard for men to bathe regularly. Because like guys who don't bathe regularly, it's seen as a joke. They're like, yeah, I haven't showered in like weeks, and people just laugh it off. It's like, okay, but if I say I haven't showered in weeks, people would be all like, she really, to be fair, if I haven't showered in weeks, I'm also going, but everyone should shower regularly. I don't care who you is.
Yeah, it's not the same. I mean, like, never mind. I won't go into it because then it'll just be like, but it's not the same. Chris knows, Sam knows. We're good.
I just.
And now I want to know who's the person in the comments who just landed on Earth.
They have since said that they weren't trying to compare, but it's whenever somebody says actually, don't start your sentences with that because it makes it sound as if you're trying to compare or derail the conversation. So,
were they a guy? Well, actually, what is that? The joke about where do mansplainers get their water from a well? Actually,
I love that.
Men have it hard too. I just genuinely, in general, and I'm talking about if I'm not part of the group. Like if I'm a fucking female, but if we're talking about any group, even if I'm not part of it, if someone's like, actually, we have it hard too, it's like, I'm not saying you don't, or they're not saying you don't. Let them have their moment, okay? Like, just it's not a
that's the I just don't like it when people try to you're like, we're talking about problem A, like problem B is for a different day. I feel like everyone can appreciate this comment right here. I just thank you for making your choice my day.
I found the article, but I didn't send it because I didn't read through it, and I didn't want to be like, hold on, let me read this article and make sure it's sufficient. But yeah, apparently Kellogg's, I gave a skim, but he's the one who made circumcision like super popular in the U.S., I guess, and he was very anti-masturbation and all. He was just fucking. He was like hardcore, and
or was
really
he hardcore fucking.
Was his hands always like this? I just want to know. Like, his hands always just like trying to.
He's just like he was super uptight and needed to calm down, and he changed the game for everyone in a negative way. I'm just saying. Google Kellogg's and masturbation, and I promise it won't be porn. It'll be lots of articles about this fucking weird man who was trying to dictate other people's dicks. Dictate other people's dicks.
And if you do get a bunch of porn, we're not responsible for your Google history.
I Googled Kellogg's masturbation. It was a lot of articles.
Apparently, people's Google searches are not equal. The things that pop up for your Google search is biased by your previous Google search history, which I think is why I get a lot of research articles and stuff, and then some of my friends get some not helpful things.
Yeah, people will be like, I got so much porn, and I'm like, how? Why? I Googled the same thing, and I'm gray sexual, so porn is never on my horizon. So sorry to everyone.
For those who don't know, I definitely am a super biased host, and therefore, anytime you soak up my guest or me, we'll go on screen. As long as I have time, I post.
It is a badass beard, and I still stand by the fact that you should dress like the guy from Flash Gordon. I can't remember his name. Savior of the universe, because he has the glorious beard. He was like a Broadway star, like a very famous like super fancy actor, and then he was in Flash Gordon. It's like, why? But I support that.
Yes, welcome. We only ever have interesting topics on this channel.
I know, I saw that and I was like, this is not
animal dicks, to sexism, to masturbating in your cereal or not masturbating in your cereal, whatever floats your boat.
Morning goodness.
I learned something about it. Never mind.
But now we need to know.
Now we need to know.
No.
He does this to me all the time, and then it's just 10 minutes.
No, because you said animal dicks, and I just remembered the thing about hyenas now. So.
Well, now you need to tell us. I love hyenas.
Go on.
His face is like, no.
All right, well, all right, I'm going to start. Well, hyenas are a matriarchal society. So female hyenas are like really fucking huge, and like male hyenas are like 2/3 the size of a female hyena. On top of this, female hyenas have like a really enlarged clitoris, I think. So it acts like a pseudo penis, and they give birth through it. So like,
hold on, keep going.
So I mean, I just don't know how much further I should go. It just keeps going.
With your whole fact, you have a whole thing, but like quickly because our break timer just went up. So.
Oh no! I guess it's time to just.
Keep going.
All right, so like sometimes when they give birth to the little hyena pups, I actually don't know if they're called pups. The pseudo penis will like rupture, and they might die too.
Okay then. Nature do be weird. Nature do be weird. You have murdered Jenna. While Jenna's recovering. Hi! Thank you.
I muted myself because I was like howling.
So Cliff's
they give birth. They give birth through their clit and sometimes they die. That was the gist of it.
Pretty much. So Jeff apparently wanted to say that. So thank you for joining us. We hope.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm sorry I can't breathe. I have asthma. Okay, that just reminds me of my coworker. I know that's in part why I'm laughing. I told you about the coworker, right? The one who thought that clits were what you pee through.
Melissa is adding.
Chris's face.
Just
right, like yeah. I mean, she added it. Yeah, there's a lot to it. I just didn't want to keep going and going and going and going.
That was the highlight of my day, so I appreciate it. But the thing is laughing is supposed to be. It's very good for you, so I appreciate it. You gave me my my boosted. Exactly.
I always follow the Damian Wayne's scriptures of marriage. Always try to give your wife laugh lines or whatever it is.
Oh,
I was wondering where that was going.
That is so. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Okay.
Actually, I don't know if it was on his show, but you know,
he wants to wrinkle me in the right ways.
Yeah, the right ways. The laugh lines, not the frown line.
What kind of timer do you want?
Okay.
For this,
I'll tell the stories about the coworker after the break. I need to fucking calm down.
You regain the ability to breathe.
Yeah, I seriously need to take my inhaler. So let's put the timer on.
What kind of timer do we want?
One day I'll have that timer ready.
Don't ask me because I'll just say fish. You decide. I put the power in you. The power that I choose you, Pikachu.
I'm gonna do a rainbow timer in honor of Steve because he says I always.
No, I want a polar bear timer.
Well, then that'll be the next one because I think we'll have time for one more.
I'm gonna see if
I'll do a rainbow timer. No, polar bear.
I asked you already, and you.
You waited too long.
I am
I googled polar bear timer, and I got actual timers of polar bears.
Oh man.
So
okay.
Steve, the rainbow flag is for you. Okay.
Yay!
3, 2, 1, go. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
And we're back, I think. I don't know, the timer's having a heart attack.
Whoa.
Yeah, I came back and it was like 29 seconds and it just stayed there for like ever.
I don't want you to ever come back, said the timer. Not me.
I don't know, my laptop's been really weird lately. So, like, I opened a Word document, and ever since I did that, it's just like, no, nothing. So I'm like,
So
well, fuck you too. Closing a few things to see if that'll help. Because I'm not closing the Word document. I have things to do.
Exactly.
Right, so while I start the break timer, how did everybody do? I finished what I was
Michael, come
doing
here.
in
You can
Clever
use the
Fox.
bathroom upstairs.
I finished what I was doing in Clever Fox, and then I worked on some critique. I'm almost done with the page I'm on, which I had to redo a few paragraphs because it didn't save my progress last time. Motherfucker.
Oh no. Oh no.
God.
I checked on Cliff because he's in the other room and he's not having the best CRPS day. For anyone who's not aware, CRPS is a chronic pain condition and that Cliff suffers from. So I was checking on him and I got some stuff that he needed. Some of his medicine was delivered, so I went and I picked it up and I got it and I brought it to him and all that good stuff. And then went and I checked on Butters, who's just having the best time hanging out with her little dad. And then when I got back here, I edited one more page of that shit. And I'm getting into the stuff where it's like the first two pages were like, this is fine. I can like little tweaks here. Now I'm getting into the part where it's like, oh no, this is getting really rough. And I'm just gonna have to like rewrite everything. So that's where I'm at.
Sweet.
I got like 139 words in my outline. I'm stuck because like for a while I had like a whole bunch of stuff for like the beginning of this book. And now that I made it past that point, I'm just like, what do I do now? Like I have an idea of how B to C, but now I'm like,
if it helps, figure out the end and then figure out major points between A and B. Like you don't need to figure out how they get to the major points, but so for example, if A is they find out their mom's a werewolf and C is they become the king of the werewolves, figure out major points in between. I'm sorry, it's stupid. They figure out major points between that where it's like major point, they become a werewolf. Major point, they have to fight in the werewolf duel. You know, like figure out those major points in the middle, and then it'll make it much easier to fill in all the doodads in between. So get the main points down that get you to the end, and then you can figure out all the craziness in between.
No, I just thought it was funny because, as you know, I constantly use werewolf examples, and I'm like, you can't escape it on my channel.
It's like a perfect example, werewolves and vampires, because there's so many different examples you can choose from with them. So yeah, if you have a beginning and an end, just figure out major plot points in between, and if you can get those, you can fill in the blanks. You can
see, I do have that, but I think I like omitted one that I'm currently at, and I'm like, I really should have sat down and figured that out by now, and I haven't. I just know something happens. I just need to figure out what that something is.
Listen to music. That's
Jenna,
my advice.
Check the private chat. Real quick.
No, don't listen to her.
Sir, this ain't about you.
Oh.
How is your sprint? Oh, you just said what's yours. Shh, I know all. 456 to 590. Oh yeah. Edited pages. 253. 2 more cards. 29 to 169. 441. Almost done. Woohoo! 171 of my horror, adventure, and thriller young adult fiction. I love me some horror. Planned out tomorrow and part of the rest of the week. Yeah. Got a couple of chapters done. I write on a free write traveler if you get... What is that? I have no idea.
There are some devices you can buy where it's kind of like a keyboard, like a typewriter, but a computer, and it will only allow you to write. And then you can hook it up where you can like store your information elsewhere. And that's to help eliminate distractions. I personally, for me, it's like, why? But a lot of people kind of need those devices. So.
Oh, it's like a word processor, but like now that now they have to remake it because apparently, stuff like Jenna says, where you don't get distracted. Even though I have this to distract myself with.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, want it, like I said, I started writing on a typewriter, and so I enjoy the feel of. But I would definitely have my laptop right next to it.
Exactly, it's like a typewriter, but it's a computer, and companies have hit me up like, can we sponsor you for this? And I'm just kind of like,
just send it to me. I love.
I mean, I get it, but also it's kind of like. I don't know if this.
I will be pretentious for you. I will do it. 4:52. Oh yeah.
Tarzan call.
People are talking about Google Docs. I use WPS, which is unfortunately lettered because everybody just thinks I'm talking about Word. But I'm like, no, it's a free word. 250 is good, though. Sorry, I was checking the DM. So, there was something. Jenna was going to share that coworker story with everybody.
I was like, does anyone remember?
I remember.
Okay. I think you've heard it, but other people might enjoy. So this is mean. I'm a mean person. So I had a coworker who's older than me. For reference, I am 33, and
I said lies.
No, I'm 33, and she I think was like 3 years older than me. So I guess she's about 36. And but at the time I was this is when I was writing my first book, and I started writing it when I was 25, and I think around this time I was 27. So I think she was 30, and we worked together. This is when I was a stockbroker. She was also a stockbroker, and she was very nice, a very nice, lovely, friendly person. But oh my fucking God, like it was one of those. She transferred from the Midwest.
Boy.
And Chris is like, yeah, okay. She transferred to the Midwest, and I won't say the state because then it'll start a war. But it just made me question everything about education system. And I remember there were a lot. It got to a point where I started. Maybe I won't say this part. Never mind. She just said like a lot of really interesting things. Yeah, questionable things. And when it came to anatomy, that was extra special. And I remember the thing that started my concern about her understanding of anatomy was Stieg is like, lovely gal. The thing that started my concern, Steve goes, it was Ohio, wasn't it? It wasn't Ohio, but it was close to Ohio.
He's looking at
not even Midwest. Steve.
When someone repeats very nice, it's going to be bad.
Yes, it is.
They all know. They all understand. Okay, I'm not going to look at the comments. At one point at work, and keep in mind, we were stockbrokers, okay? We worked in finance. We were the only two females in the branch. So it was all men and just me and her. And she walked up in the middle of the branch. She goes, my hymen really hurts. And I'm just sitting there like, what? And she goes, my hymen hurts so much. And I'm just like, and I look around like, is anyone hearing this? And she goes, yeah, my hymen. She said it. I counted it. She like Chris. She said it 6 times in a row. Right here in my hymen. My hymen. It's so painful. She said it 6 times. She kept pointing to her chest. And I'm just sitting there looking around at all these men with Series 7 and 63 licenses, all these men with all this education. And they are just staring at her like, oh, sounds like a serious problem. And I'm just like, and then I had to stop it and I go, do you mean your sternum? And she's like, yeah, sternum. What's a hymen? And I'm like, funny you should ask. That is a fucking piece of skin wrapped around your vagina hole. So you just told us all how your hymen, a 30-year-old woman just told us all how her hymen hurts. And everyone in the office was like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, I didn't know. And I'm like, you are like, I was the youngest person in the branch for reference. And I'm like, you guys have all had sex and you don't know what a hymen is. Like, you should fucking be ashamed. So that was the start of her not understanding basic anatomy of her own body. And then there was another time where she was talking about, you mentioned how hyenas have sex and like give birth out of their clit. She was talking about the clit. Chris is like, he knows where this is going. He was talking about the clit. He was talking about the clit, but I don't remember how this conversation started because it's finance.
It's been 80 years.
It's been 83 years. But she mentioned that women pee out of their clit. And I just sat there, and again, it's just me and her in a branch filled with men. And all the men are like, yeah. And I'm like, what? No, women don't pee out of their clit. And she's like, really? Then what is it for? And so I drew her a diagram of like the anatomy of a vagina. And I was like, so this is this and this is that. And if it's relevant, she's a lesbian. So I just felt like she had a double incentive to understand the architecture. So I'm showing it to her and I'm trying to help out. And I just got so frustrated. And I was just like, how do you not understand this? Like, what is going on? And yeah, that's like my lingering memory from being a stockbroker is having to teach a fellow woman who was also attracted to women just basic female anatomy because she thought we pee out of our clits and that the hymen is in our chest. So,
I mean, that's where mine is. Isn't that normal?
What?
I said, I mean, that's where mine is. Isn't that normal? I'm kidding, of course, everybody. Totally not serious.
Maybe she like, never mind.
What?
Nothing. I was just like, maybe she like, it's stupid. It's just like, maybe she had watched that episode of The Boys with the Deep and his gills.
I know what you're talking about, but that was like long before that.
I know.
But I appreciate your hope.
To some of the people questioning sex ed, it's actually a fact that some states outlaw sex education in schools. Like, it's literally illegal. There are several sex education classes that, like, they can't even so much as show somebody putting a condom on a banana. Yeah. Like, it's that bad in some places.
I was very fortunate because we had a good sex ed education, and she told me later that they only had abstinence education. So that explains so much. But it was just still hard for me to understand because it's like, just take a mirror and put it under there, you know? But I mean, like, yeah, she didn't understand how things work down there. And I'm here a stockbroker. My job is to like teach people about math. and they're like drawing a vagina, and I'm like, and a vulva, and I'm like, okay, so here are the parts, and for my older coworker. So yeah, that was
I'd be like, look, man, we're gonna Google this shit now. So
and then all the men in the fucking branch, they didn't know anything. They were just like, you know, so they didn't get it, but I was there to help. I was like, okay, I will make. Did
they get the class too? Because they should know this shit too.
So for whoever said it was either Kentucky, Tennessee, or the Virginias, to my knowledge, sex education is legal in all of those states. I live in Tennessee, and we had very in-depth sex education. We had charts, graphics, all of the info. It was mandatory. They even did like a special sex ed week in my high school every year. So definitely wasn't us.
I mean, I'll just say it was like, Michigan. It was Michigan.
No, I mean,
oh my God! Why am I not fucking surprised? Right? Out of all the fucking states to be,
my birthday haunts me so.
It wasn't Kentucky or Tennessee. It was Michigan. I was trying to be nice, but people are now coming for the states. So,
the places where it's illegal are like the deeper south, I think, or like around Mississippi and Alabama, somewhere around there. I don't remember for 100% certain. I just know it's that area. So you're a little too north south for that. North.
You guys just get wrapped up.
We're the top of the south.
You guys get wrapped up in the madness. It's, if you're looking for like the bottom of the barrel of the South, it's Alabama, guys. It's not Tennessee.
So what's funny is I saw a video that was like Southerners ask or answer questions. And so it had like a single person from every Southern state. And one of the questions is like, which state is the least Southern and which state is the most Southern? And unanimously, Mississippi and Alabama were considered the most Southern and like the deepest Southern states. And that was just funny to me. And almost unanimously, Florida was considered the least Southern. Oh, like everybody, even the person from Florida,
like the people was like, you know, half of Florida is pretty Southern. The top half of Florida is pretty fucking Southern.
But the
other half is like
where all the Northerners go to retire. That's why.
Exactly.
I'm looking at some things, and somebody said should have grown up in Tennessee. I did. I've been in Tennessee since I was 5 years old. I was in Kentucky from 4 to 5, but I just I pretend
we don't need to know her.
We don't.
Homo Jack Daniels.
I've lived in California my entire life, and I will not pretend that the sex education program was perfect because they did not teach consent. But they were pretty good. Like we had lots of guest speakers and stuff. The sex education program, first of all, started at 3rd grade, but that was just like teaching how babies were made. 5th grade was teaching about like 5th and 6th grade was teaching about like like the, you know, STDs and the science of it. And then in high school, it was teaching more about like actually having sex. And so people from Planned Parenthood would come and they would have like debates and things like that. We had teen parents come in. You know, obviously they had people from the LGBTQ plus community come in and talk about how you're part of us and everything. You know, like they did a really good job. So like for that time, you know what I mean? Like I said, they didn't talk about consent. So there were pieces missing. But when I talked to other people who talk about their sex education program, I'm like, oh, we had it really good because I actually learned about these things, right? You know, like we actually had people talking about how like homosexuality and bisexuality and things like that. Like that was actually happening.
Ours gave us a list of places that we could go to get like free condoms and birth control without our parents finding out. And I was like, oh, well then.
Right. That's still better
than I expected today.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Also, somebody said the South does not disown Florida. We're like, Florida is still ours. It's just like that cousin that comes to the family gatherings that you're like, oh, that cousin. We love them.
It's
But they
me,
moved to
Florida.
the big city. Florida.
No, that's me at family gatherings. It's like, oh, guys, Jenna's coming. She's weird. So she's one of us, but she's weird. I'm not even kidding. Like that's me at family gatherings. I'm Florida.
And also, Chris is from Florida. He was born and raised there. So we have a Floridian with us. All right.
Floridian.
The break timer went up. So
Already?
yes, I know it's so much. This is why Jenna and I can very easily go into a 3-hour stream without like noticing it. But I have a cute doggo for you all.
I want the polar bear.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Did I spell polar right? Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
I was about to spell pear instead of bear.
Those are all bombs. Those are
I clearly wrote polar bear.
It was not you. It's the internet. I'm sorry, but it's funny.
Look at that cat.
You get bombs.
You want the cat?
I like the dog. I'm just gonna say it.
We're gonna go back to our
There's
adorable
an
dog.
Among Us one.
Look
Just
at
what
that
Michael said
thing.
in the shit.
I'm gonna name him Bandit.
Yeah. Oh, we had a dog named Bandito.
Oh, I love it.
All right, so here we go. Oh, this is gonna be the final sprint of the night. I like to tell people that before we do it. All right, 3, 2, 1, go! And we're back.
Yay.
Just a minute to save my document. So let me turn my banners off, because otherwise they'll just be on for eternity.
But no one will ever pay attention to them. Because they will still ask, why is it quiet? Even though the banner is there saying why.
Yeah,
I try.
It doesn't matter if you try, Sam. It doesn't matter. People don't read. They can't read, Sam.
Strange channel to come to when you.
She didn't say they can't write; they just can't read.
All right. So,
see, Chris figured it out.
Feel like one of those is a requirement for the other. But all right, so we have to wrap up so that we can handle the kid bedtime, and I have videos to record. So, yes,
you, Chris.
Outro thyself.
I dub you first. No, I made you first. I said it first.
No, there was a lag. I said it first. So I'm Chris Caballero, and I am a writer. I'm a dadder, and I'm a gamer. So you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram for all my dad jokes, and now there's this person.
And for his glorious beard.
Oh, and I also am king of cocks, apparently.
Yeah, he's the king of cocks. He knows all about hyena clitori. Wait, what's the plural for clitoris? Clitori.
Cocks, I don't know the other stuff.
But you knew about hyenas. So
because it's a pseudo dick. So it's a kind of cock. Because it's a pseudo dick. So it's a kind of cock.
It makes sense. I will accept that. Okay. Hello, my name is Jenna Moreci. I am a dark fantasy romance writer. You can check out my series, the Savior series. You can check out The Savior Champion, #1 bestseller, also rated one of the best books of all time by Book Depository. You can also check out The Savior Sister, which is the companion novel, also #1 bestseller. Check them out, buy them, please help me pay my bills. And I am also a YouTuber. I have a channel called Writing with Jenna Moreci, where I give writing advice as well as lots of jokes about tropes and how they suck and how they're great. And all of that comes with dick jokes and profanity.
TSC is on sale on Kindle for 99 cents.
That too. That completely slipped my mind, but Sam remembered. So if you want to get this book, it's the reverse on my screen. Okay, this book is on sale for 99 cents. It's a fucking fat book. Okay, this is a fucking big daddy. Okay, this is like a monster cock, and you can get it for 99 cents. So
it also has one of the better antagonists I've ever read.
Oh!
I remembered at the beginning of the stream too, and then I don't remember what distracted me, and I forgot.
It's all good. Everyone buy it. It's on sale for 99 cents. So this is like the time to get it for cheap, and then you can get this huge fat book that Chris said nice things about.
Yes. It is one of my two favorite dark fantasy novels of all time.
There's the other. The Savior Sister.
Yes. I highly recommend both. Savior Sister audiobook is also in the works. I'm very excited.
Yes.
So I am writing mom, Samantha L. Nasset. This is my channel. On my channel, I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. I also host these live streams on Mondays, where I've got a list of regulars who come and chat and sprint, and sometimes we do Let's Talks. Audra has reminded me, like the stream, I have a newsletter where I talk about things that are coming up, like my newsletter subscribers get dibsies to beta reading short stories and stuff, which I also have a short story on my website that everybody can read. I knew I was forgetting something earlier. And I have a
Don't read it while you're hungry.
Yeah, don't read it while you're hungry. Read it while you're
It doesn't
not
matter.
hungry. And
You will be hungry.
Yeah, you will become hungry. Oh my gosh, for real. And I'm someone who loves pizza. It's my favorite food. And still I read it and I was like, oh, I've never had pizza before. It's just really good.
Yeah, I apparently very much nailed the pizza atmosphere I was going for.
Yes.
Very proud of that.
Yes.
And I have a Ko-fi where you can give me money, and if I get enough money, I'm going to buy premium Ko-fi, and then people will get my videos early.
Yes!
There was something else. Yes. Thank you, everybody who joined us today and who has subscribed to the channel, and thank you, everybody who watches this on repeat.
Yeah!
I think I got everything. If I didn't, I'll be yelled at, so it's fine.
If you watched it on repeat, you missed all the dick jokes.
No, they watch
No,
it
the dick
on
jokes
repeat.
are there.
Yeah,
The live
we'll be
chat
talking about
is also there.
No,
the
don't miss
hyena
all the dick jokes.
All right, and so we're gonna end the stream now. Love y'all. See you Wednesday or next Monday. Bye.
Bye.